looks all right. Morning, everyone. It's been a while since we've gone for a little bit of a walk together. This morning is going to be the Prestige Hotel, 4th floor in particular, in Prince Rupert, British Columbia. And it is about 4:15 now. So let's go see what Prince Rupert has to offer in the morning. We're going to start with the 4th floor of the Prestige Inn. It's a sensory overload, as I'm sure you'll soon agree. A little bit of wallpaper work to do there. I think it's the only hotel I've ever stayed in that had ceiling tiles, office ceiling tiles, on the ceiling of the room. That's lovely little artwork, some aspen grove. There's birch trees, I suppose. Another little grove. That's all about. And it seems like there's some wallpaper work needs to be done here. Clean that up a little bit. Oh, just cut out some random squares and fit them in, I see. Looks like there's a hole for a former ice machine. Buzz going on up in here too. Okay, let's give the old elevator a try. Gotta make sure that our furnace is still here. Actually, we hauled a furnace all the way up from Chilliwack on the roof of the old Jeep with a 8-foot counter, made it all the way up, and then we parked it outside last night in one of the highest crime areas in town, in one of the towns that has the highest crime rate in the province. So let's take a look at the lobby. Oh, lovely appointments. Lovely appointments. Coke, anyone? Ice. Look at this big fella. Good morning. How are you? Breakfast at 5?
Yes.
Breakfast at 5. Check it out. No one does breakfast at 5. These guys do breakfast at 5. I'll be back at 5. Back alley, Prince Rupert style. Here's the big reveal. Do we have a furnace? Yes, we have a furnace. Wrangler. Look at the bugs on that thing. Woof. It's a death scene. All right. As promised, celebratory cigar. Bonus. Celebratory Smarties. 4:30 Smarties. So while it is just past 4 a.m., Prince Rupert is quite high up coast of BC. It almost feels like there's like a low grow light or something like that above us because it's brighter out than I expected it to be. It's supposed to be nice today. A little balmy right now. I mean, it's damp because we're right on the coast, but here's the Prestige. There's where we stayed, the Prestige. There's a lovely Prince Rupert Airport Shuttle Center. Spent a lot of money laser cutting the Prince Rupert Airport Shuttle Center. An awful lot of letters on an awning that you probably could have just said to the airport or fly and people would have got it. Timmy Ho, right across from Timmy Ho. Got my own coffee this morning, courtesy of the good people at the Nelson Coffee Company, which was in my hotel room. So 2nd Avenue, for those who aren't familiar, in Rupert, is also the Strip. So, lights are on at Tim's. Don't know if they're actually serving. But we're not going to Tim's this morning. Well, we probably will go to Tim's this morning. There's a pita pit to consider. all these cool old buildings across the street. Check it out. 2nd Avenue's got all these cool buildings, right? Ooh, shopping. They're so descriptive here in Rupert. Prince Rupert Airport Shuttle Center. And here's a mall, and outside of the mall it says, I don't know if you can see it up there, but it says shopping. Looks to me more like it should say tripping, because based on the way this sidewalk is built, you're going to do more tripping than you're going to do shopping. Look at the stellar masonry work. Wow. Man worked with what he was given, didn't he? So I'm going to kind of walk on an angle here. Look at the stellar masonry work continues. This man started his own. What the heck is going on with this sidewalk? That can't be on purpose. Okay, we're gonna cross 2nd Street. We're gonna head up to this old building. It's got this really cool tree. So here we go. Check this out. So across from the dollar store and the CIBC, it's this really cool tree. Look at this guy, right? Look at the trunk on this dude. Up. Look at this complete canopy. I don't know what kind of tree this is, but someone has spent a lot of time working on this. Lovely fountain. Look at this. This is quite the little courtyard. The corner of 3rd and 4th. We're on the corner of 3rd and 4th. Check out this building. You know, the almost Egyptian looking up there, isn't it? Sort of an Eye of Horus deal. Oh, geez, I just realized now that I'm pissing off on our local Haida culture. Yeah, it's actually sort of a Haida carvings in there. And this is City Hall. City Hall in Prince Rupert is not open till 9:30. No customer service and administratio. Get your administratio. Somebody clearly needed an N. Still checking out City Hall building. I wonder if this is Rupert himself. Across from the bargain shop is a little park. A little park by the City Hall building, done in the Hollywood style of the 1920s, Art Nouveau. And beside it we have a couple of totems. A totem, a gentleman with a hat, another totem. Let's see who the gentleman with the hat is. Charles Melville Hayes, founder of the city. Big long story, don't know too much about him. More interested here in the story of the totems. The head of a killer whale and a woman on its back. All right. Well, lost me a bit on that one. It's a pretty nice little town, actually. Look at that. You got a Scotiabank, and it looks like sort of a Spanish building. This looks very Spanish. I dig it. We're gonna head away from City Hall now. We're gonna roll downtown and go on the other side, hit the water, and see what it's got to say this morning. Maybe we can catch a sunrise. You know what? It wouldn't be right to go down to the water without first checking out this old building. Does anyone not feel culturally appropriated here? Like, how is this not a hate crime in 2022? I'm gonna risk a little bit of a step out onto the road so we can check this guy out. Look at this old place. This is the Capitol building. It looks like it used to be a theater or something. For lease. You could lease your own space in this old building. Let's see. Let's take a look about this. This is the Pembina building. Please tell us something about the Pembina building. It's got the Heritage Award. This is the Capitol Theater. It was a theater, 1928. Outstanding building restoration in 1999. Okay, so the town decided to throw some cash at restoring these old buildings. Right, here's another stucco California, and it's the Java Dot Cup. This is the Java Dot Cup. This building looks like it's a 1920s building as well. This is sort of an Art Nouveau. Here it is. This is the Bank of Montreal building, and this was restored in 1988. This is a Heritage Award presented in the city of Prince Rupert. This was the Bank of Montreal then. 1988 Bank of Montreal. 2022 massage parlor and coffee shop. Here's the Heilbronner block. Okay, we got to get downtown. Right up there, just around the corner, West End Cafe. Fantastic hot pot. Timmy's is definitely open now. Subway. Put some guardrails across their windows. Clearly, subs are in high demand in this local area. You don't want to mess with people when they want their subs. When I need me sub, I need me sub. Keep it in the streets. Oh, thumbnail right there. Look at this. So old Prince Rupert has an old drive-in, like an old A&W style drive-in restaurant. Steaks, burgers, Italian dishes, milkshakes and floats. You can get your drive-in pasta. You can get fish, hamburgers. Just drive on up, place your order. Mate, unless I want a broken friggin' ankle, I am definitely staying out of your garden. Legendary BMW. We're going down to check out the Quinitza Museum, which is within viewing distance of the Walmart. But check this out. Look at this Via Rail car. Man, this place is crazy in the morning. Old abandoned building here. I wonder what this old abandoned building's about. I think this is the thing that Curtis had in his video. Old red brick building. Via Rail, the green choice. There it is. I don't know how green it is, judging by all the oil dripping off of it, but let's go with that. Sure, let's go with green. Holy, this thing's been shit kicked. So we step over the tracks. Try not to break the old Williams ankle. We're getting up close to the Rotary Waterfront Park. We are not the only ones here this morning. There's a couple other vehicles, but we are the only ones sitting right here with this view right now. That's us. A few birds doing their thing. There's a little museum there. Some lovely artwork. Sophia Johnson. Nice work, Sophia. Look at all the benches we had to choose from. You can sit here and watch the boat. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Heritage Rail Station. Okay, so this is the old rail station, and they're rehabilitating it. City of Prince Rupert, with net and pick by rail and ship, we will win our wealth. Well, that's kind of cool. But I think this is absolutely an old building worth restoring. And I think if there was a way to get inside, oh, they're getting some rebar poured in there. Look at this. So cool. Oh, it's a brand new Jenny. as our ferry makes his way in, I've started to notice that we are not the only ones in the park anymore. Look at the size of him. Yeah, you. And your little friend over here. I got my eye on you too. Well, that's the waterfront. Let's go back up now. We'll go up Bill Murray Avenue. I don't know why they're called Bill Murray. Presumably it's not the same Bill Murray, but it's Bill Murray Avenue nonetheless. It's from the waterfront. I'm gonna go back up now and see what life has now sprouted up in Rupert at 10 after 5. Come along with me. I'm sure it'll be exciting. Goodbye, old railroad building. We'll see you again. Okay, I think something needs to be said about this sign. I think the local residents should probably band together and kick in for a new one. I was told to be very careful when going around Prince Rupert, especially early in the morning. I was warned. Let's try and find some grit and grime. Let's get to the back alleys of Rupert and see what we can find. Ooh, lovely little food store for lease or build to suit. I'd say it's time to build to suit. Ah, a back alley. A Prince Rupert back alley. Kindness power. How can you be worried in a back alley that talks about the power of kindness? We're gonna brave this back alley here on our way to that cool old building. And we'll just sort of see what the disgruntled youth of Prince Rupert will do to me and my GoPro 10 and my Partagas cigar, and I've probably got some other stuff on me worth rolling me for. I probably don't, but it's kind of a cool little spot here. Private property, enter at your own risk. All right, we're in. That was risky. I don't know, so far Prince Rupert's just been a lovely town. Maybe there's something going on behind that door. Who knows? That fan looks like it's seen better days. No longer a fan, an ex-fan. Prince Rupert has a lot of cool old buildings. Don't know what they are, but we're gonna find out. That looks like a memorial to honor the glorious dead. Let's go check them out. You don't get buildings like this everywhere. Look at the size of this lawn. These cool old trees. It's even got lights on it. It's lit up. Yep. World War I. The glorious dead. And here's the list of names of soldiers from the area. In the Prince Rupert, the men of Prince Rupert who died in action 1914 to 1918. All the men from Prince Rupert. So all the men from Prince Rupert who died in World War II, 1939 to 1945. Good men. I think those good men would be shocked today at the state of our country. And they would probably say, grow up, you bastards. Grow up. 2 stories, red brick, classic columns. I think those are those Corinthian columns. I think Corinthian has the curves on the top of it. These premises are monitored by video camera. Well, what premises are these? Third Avenue, very quiet this morning. Cool old building. Check it out. Sort of that Art Nouveau. Good luck. Looks like most of this town was really built in the 20s. I'd say most of this town did its major development in the 20s, because you got so many of these big old Art Nouveau buildings that are still standing. They put a lot of money into refurbishing them too, so that's kind of cool. Let's go back to the time warp, get ourselves up to the top of the hill. I think now we can do proper justice to these totem poles. It's a little bit light, a little bit lighter now, so we can do proper justice to these totem poles. So this totem pole, this one here, has mother bear and two young cubs. One cub and another cub, perhaps one that she liked a little more than the one she liked a little less. As we go up further, you can see that there's a whale, and then there's a woman, and then way up there, as they typically do, there's a bird of some sort. I don't know if it's a raven or an eagle. Flag of Canada. There's our good man, Charles Melville Hayes. And here's our other totem. This one's in a little better condition. So this one has a grizzly bear with an upside down human. So there's the human. There's the grizzly bear. There's a man with skis. There's a bear. Right up there is a bear with a frog in its mouth. Then there's an eagle. You can see the beak of the eagle. And way up at the top is a cormorant, which is another bird. Right there. West End. Awesome Chinese food. Right across from Lee's lovely nail spa. Baker Boy Fancy Pastries. The lovely scatter effect on the old Chev. Lovely scatter effect. Let's see what these fellas are up to. Hey guys, what you doing this morning? What are we doing this morning? Huh? Oh, a little brouhaha. There's our first sign of violence. Our first sign of violence. Well, that about does it, really. It was a pretty nice little walk around. Kind of like Prince Rupert. A little foggy this morning, but when this all burns off, I think it's gonna be a really nice day. I recommend Prince Rupert. Certainly as a pass through to Haida Gwaii. And when we get on the boat, maybe we'll do a little filming on the boat. See what the northern adventure, Spirit of the North, has for us. Now, I think it's time for some Timmy Ho. Ooh, one more back alley. One more back alley to check out. Believe you can. It seems like all the bins here have something, some sort of a encouraging statement. Look at this house built on a rock. There's a rock. They just built the house right on the rock. And they dumped this old Ford F-100. Dumped that guy on it. Built that house right on a rock, hey? To hell with you, nature. We're building here anyway. Yeah, there's all these inspirational sayings on these garbage bins. Maybe that's to keep the youth from going wild. Some ancient text. Into the fright. Well, Prince Rupert. There's an eagle landing up on top of the Prestige. And a pigeon. And a pigeon getting away from an eagle. I'm gonna cross the road here. See where that eagle landed. See if we can see where that eagle landed. And we'll grab ourselves a double-double. Because that's what we do. Not so sure about this elevator.